Welcome back to the video blog. Adam Daniel Mezei is my name. That's right, your PMD for Hire, producer of marketing and distribution, pmdforhire.com. So like I said to you yesterday, this is going to be a week of indie film reviews for the most part. I'm going to be taking some time out of the schedule to do a handful of different reviews for the great website run by David Brannon and Karen Morden, filmcourage.com. Yesterday I had a chance to watch this interesting little flick by the name of Road to Victory, and it's Mike Reilly's film. This was a 2007 picture that's being, I guess, re-released now. It's available on all streaming media channels. It's on Netflix, on iTunes, it's at the Amazon store. This is a great film that features two young actors at the time, Mike Reilly himself, who wrote and directed and starred in the film, and a young Vancouver actress who at the time was named Julia Anderson. Today she's known as Julia Benson. These two light up the screen together. They look astonishingly fantastic together. Julia Benson is marvelous. She is just 100% fantastic. I think that actress is really going places. From what I hear right now, she has a pretty extensive TV career. Mike Reilly hasn't really come out with anything since 2007 in terms of films, but he's a very intelligent and eloquent speaker. I really like the way Mike analyzes films. He seems to be a real, true, dyed-in-the-wool cineast, and he is a very, very articulate person. I really like listening to him. The special features for this particular DVD are quite extensive. There's a commentary track, there are some extended trailers, there's some interviews, one with Julia Benson, another one with Mike Reilly. I like the film. It's based on a true story, of course, about a college-bound athlete who basically sustained a concussive injury and as a result experienced severe erectile dysfunction as a result of being hit on the gridiron. And basically he meets this woman, she's a stripper, she's a young stripper, and a classmate of his who basically falls in love with him, but the big problem, the conflict that ensues between the two of them is that Elliot, Mike Reilly plays Elliot and Julia plays Anna. Elliot and Anna just can't have sex in the normal capacity. They can't fornicate in the, I guess, the typical way, or that's probably the wrong word. They cannot copulate in the right way. So, unfortunately, Mike, as Elliot, experiences a tremendous amount of disillusionment, doubt, and of course, through the assistance of some very kind doctors who prescribe some radical intervening therapy, Elliot is able to come back to full Flagstaffdom, and of course the two of them come together. So it's a tale about all kinds of interesting themes. There are lots of plot elements in this indie film. It runs 95 minutes. I found some of the plot elements to be a little bit confusing. There were a lot of pieces in here. It's a very brainy film. It's dialogue heavy. There's a lot of information, and I keep looking at the cover, there's a lot of information that Mike Reilly, as the writer, conveys in this film. He talks a lot about anabolic steroids, he talks a lot about testosterone, about anatomy, organic chemistry, things like that. Stuff that I think would fly over the head of the average moviegoer. But the contrast of Julia Benson and Mike Reilly on the screen together, Julia Benson being this extremely sultry actress at the time she was 27, and Mike Reilly putting on 25 pounds and some major muscle for this role with several workout scenes in this film, that was a really good casting choice. I think some of the subordinate roles, unfortunately, weren't casted very well. I found the doctors were kind of reading off their lines. That could have been budgetary constraints. I had written about this in a review at Film Courage yesterday and on PMD for Hire to curate this particular title. I also found that some of the plot elements were confusing. They could have kind of chopped a little bit out of that and still had a really tight story. Some of the dialogues were a bit on the nose, and Mike, I think, he showed his fatigue in several points in the movie because even though he had some very emotive scenes, which he delivers very well, there are some other scenes that he delivers that he doesn't do so well in. And when the two characters, when Anna and Elliot come together and clash, normally there should be some very dramatic elements, and sometimes I felt that it tipped into melodrama, which kind of took me out of the scene, unfortunately. But there are several other elements in this film that definitely kept me in, and I think overall, Julia Benson and Mike Reilly sold the film. So I think that's basically why this film garnered 4 audience awards at the various festivals that it had been submitted to. And overall, I think the music was sensational. 2 people scored the film. One was Daniel his name is Waltman, and the other one was an Israeli artist by the name of Surque, S-U-R-Q-U-E, and they had some percussive elements, some really dichotomous things like football plays combined with Middle Eastern music. That really made this film worthwhile, and the key art is extraordinary. That is a close-up shot of the director, writer, actor Mike Reilly with a syringe. You never learn in this movie whether or not steroids are actually something that the main character uses, which I really enjoy. And I think that this is a film that you would enjoy as indicative of what you, as an independent filmmaker, could put together, and moreover, could distribute properly. I think the people who put this film together really know what they're doing, and heads out to Jonathan Kitchen, who's the producer on this picture, for really knowing how to do this. And thank you for sending this to me. I would really love to see what Mike does next, because I think his casting choices are enlightened, and I think he is a very intelligent man. I would really like to see what his future is going to stack up and be, and I like the fact that you two guys are partnering. So there you have it, Road to Victory. Go ahead and have a read of the review at filmcourage.com or pmdforhire.com. And like we always have been saying, if you have an independent film that you would like to have reviewed, for which I will also do a video review, please get in touch with David or Karen at Film Courage, and they'll get in touch with me directly, and we'll get a screener copy or a streaming video out to me, and I'll get right on it. So, as always, thanks again for watching, and catch you again with another review. Tomorrow, we'll be doing Gregory Bain's Jens Pulver, Driven. Take care.